a lot of people in Tel Aviv who try their best to make sure that Netanyahu doesn't come back again. Okay? Not because they're Muslims or they're Jews or whatever. They kind of had that inner voice coming out that there's a little more to it than whatever he's telling us. Okay? So it's not about where you're born, it's about how you're trained to think. Okay? This is the same question. Qur'an directly answers because the story of Ibrahim is right there. Ibrahim a.s. was born in the worst of the worst houses in terms of philosophy and pagan worship. And he's given different gods every day. That this is your God. So this boy is trying to put two and two together himself. So when you see that story being replayed in Israel and Palestine, by the way, Israel and Palestine is too recent. There have been far worse, far bigger calamities through which human beings in smaller ratios from their own clan have gone against and reset the whole system. I just show you those slides. Those Ibrahim a.s. went against his own clan. Moses went against his own clan because he was raised by Pharaoh. Prophet went against his own clan of Quraysh. Ironically, if Prophet was not born in Quraysh, he wouldn't have done whatever he did. If Musa was not sent to Pharaoh, he wouldn't have done whatever he did. If Ibrahim was not born inside Azar's house, he wouldn't have done whatever he did. They would have done far less of a degree because they had to do all of whatever they had done. So in other words, what you're saying is it's not a choice that a boy is born in Israel, Palestine. Actually, it's far more easier to reset the globe if you're born in Israel or if you're born inside evil. It's far easier because if it were not that easy, you would not have that sort of an achievement or a momentum to achieve. It's called sense of achievement, right? That's chemistry, by the way. So they had to do all of whatever is required for any and every human being. So on paper, it seems like लगता ऐसे है कि we are lucky हमें अल्लाह ने ऐसे घरों में मुसलमान बना के भेजा और हमें कुरान मिला. No, it's tougher. It's easier in China for a Chinese guy. It's easier for an atheist in an atheistic household. Why? Because reflective thinking रोकता है हर्ट. अगर हर्ट सारा गुड पे हो तो reflective thinking खत्म. Critical thinking is only when there is room to challenge. मैं नबी के घर में होऊंगा, मैं critical thinking नहीं कर सकूंगा. Because whatever I'm going to challenge, he's going to answer and reply, right? I can only have a room to challenge when there is enough wrong. The more wrong, the easier it is for me to challenge. Because every human child is born in the nature, the fitrah of Allah. So that's where the whole loop closes. Okay, everybody, I hope everybody got it. Here is where it starts. Actually, it's here where it starts, to be honest. That's what you guys say, to be honest, here. But here is when you're going to be able to put it to some use. So Anzar just went out of here. Anzar, how old are you? 15? Oh, you're right here. You're right here. So your barriers are here. Reflection, which is reflective thinking. Origination, you're not going to be able to come up with your own idea or own solution towards an idea, or idea towards a solution, or any kind of new invention that you're going to come up with for could be anything for whatever use. And your risk and your initiation in Gen Z, okay, you will have a lot more reasons than what I had of not taking any risk.